Susannah Carr, Ardon, Basil Zimbalist and Jeff Newman.
Tonight, the hunt for the Claremont serial killer. We talk to the mother of a prime suspect.
Perth speed camera shock. Safer driving, but less money for road safety.
And on board as the US fleet sails into town.
You're watching 7 News.
Hello and welcome to 7 News. Also tonight, exclusive, a Perth woman's chilling story of SMS terror.
And Michael Jackson to face trial on child sex charges.
First tonight, the mother of a prime suspect in the Claremont serial killing says the 14-hour police raid on her home won't reveal anything because her son is innocent. After 6 years under the police microscope, the Cottesloe woman says it's time investigators left her family alone.
The search of the Eric Street home that suspect Lance Williams shares with his elderly parents lasted 10 hours. In darkness, forensic officers and a scientist used luminol, a chemical spray that can identify minute traces of blood and other bodily fluids. The examination of Mr. Williams' North Cottesloe flat then took another 4 hours, ending just before midnight. This morning, Lance Williams' mother spoke about the raid from behind the front door.
The people have been here before and they've always been very courteous to us, and we've done everything to help them.
Polite but defiant, Mrs. Williams has always insisted her son had nothing to do with the Claremont serial killings.
You know, they've found nothing and there's nothing to find, and he's had nothing to do with it.
And is that right? They said this was the last time they'd be coming?
That's right, and if there's nothing found, we'll be left alone.
Civil rights campaigner and family friend Brian Tennant says it's about time the Williams were allowed to get on with their lives.
They're a natural, typical Australians who want to cooperate with the police, but not for 6 bloody years to be tormented and persecuted.
How's Lance holding up, ma'am?
Well, as you know, he suffers with anxiety, and this sort of brings it on more.
Police Commissioner Barry Matthews today indicated the macro task force could soon be wound down.
If at the end of the day there's no evidence there that links an individual to the case, then we've really got to move on.
Police say yesterday's raids were part of a forensic review of evidence using technology advances over the last 8 years.
Now it's possible to identify DNA from very minute portions of fluid, body fluid, whereas previously you required a much larger sample.
It's understood the house and flat had never been luminoled. The samples collected from the house, car and flat will now be sent for forensic testing. Some will go to specialist laboratories overseas. It could take several months to complete the analysis. At the end of this internal review, a team of international specialists will be appointed to conduct an independent investigation.
We think this will help the investigation. It's worked in other countries, it's had some spectacular results in other countries, and sort of 7 or 8 years down the track, Neil, there's not much left that they can actually do.
Whilst we're confident that we've covered all the angles, if something new does turn up in the course of that independent review, then that's great.
Neil Poe, 7 News.
This latest raid and search by police investigating the Claremont serial killings has caused further torment for the victims' families. Alison Fan spoke with businessman Dennis Glennon, father of young lawyer Ciara Glennon, who was